Hey friends, welcome back. I know it's been a while since I've spoken to you guys, but I'm back with episode 5. Today's episode is titled Full Disclosure, and you may want to stay tuned for what I share. I think it'll be very helpful to anyone who is holding on to something that they want to share with someone they're dating, but don't really know how. In today's conversation, I open up about living with an incurable condition and the quiet shame that sometimes follows me into dating spaces. It's about redefining what it means to be lovable when your body doesn't follow the script, and reminding ourselves that being a burden is not the same as having needs. But this just isn't about illness. It's about anything we carry that makes us wonder if someone else will still choose us when they know the full story. For some, it's anxiety or depression. For others, it's single motherhood or relocating frequently for work. It might even be sharing non negotiables. Whatever it is, whether your challenge is temporary, recurring, or lifelong, it can feel like dating comes with an asterisk. I used to rehearse how I'd break the news, how I'd say it without scaring him off. And deep down, I wasn't only afraid of rejection, I was also afraid that it would confirm what I already feared, that needing extra care made me unworthy of love. Society has this unspoken standard for women to be low maintenance, easygoing, never too demanding, always accommodating. And the truth is, needing rest, care, or understanding is human, basic human needs. But culture frames it as too much. That's why we end up hiding parts of ourselves, feeling ashamed, or being afraid of rejection for simply having needs. Dating with a chronic illness sometimes feels like holding a secret you're scared to share. There's an emotional tug of war between wanting to be fully known and fully accepted, and fearing that your story might make someone walk away. I can't believe I'm gonna say this on the internet. The internet is forever. And it's not a secret, but only my closest friends and my family know about this. However, for the sake of the episode, I will share my own personal story of my chronic illness and dating. So in 2021, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, as many of you know as MS. And that was really hard for me to adapt my life to, um, kind of manage and get under control. It kind of took a while. And although I feel fine now, I still have to live with this until the Lord heals me. But it has been difficult because, in the very beginning, it had made me very insecure about myself because I wasn't this perfect girl no more. I now had something that I had to carry with me um into any situation, right? And that was hard because I didn't even want to deal with it. So I couldn't imagine why someone else would. So it was hard for me to date. I pushed away. I built walls up because I didn't want to share that side of me for fear of what would happen if, it wouldn't work out, if didn't want to take on that responsibility. Not that it's a responsibility, but it is something that I am living with. So there are days where I might need extra care. And it is his right to choose whether or not he wants to deal with that. But in my mind, that was a scary thought, not being chosen because of something that I couldn't control, right? So I've had to share this in a couple dating situations since my diagnosis. I have had someone tell me to my face that I am an inconvenience to him. So I can understand the fear of sharing something like this because you don't know what the reaction is going to be. You don't want to share too soon because if the relationship is new, this news can become the defining thing instead of just one thing about you. And a heavy, deep disclosure like this can make the relationship feel more serious than it is. And we don't want to create a false sense of intimacy just because it feels like, oh, he knows so much about me. But on the flip side, you don't want to wait too long either because it can come off as if you are withholding that information so he couldn't make an informed decision. He might feel like you betrayed his trust, and we don't want that. Also, you want someone to love you for all of you. If you wait too long, you might spend weeks or months wondering if the connection is based on the polished version of you instead of the real you. So, when is the right time? Just do you want to know. Really, you have to assess where you both are in the relationship. Is there trust on both sides? Don't be the only one opening up. They don't need to be of equal weight, but have you both shared personal things with each other? Has he proven to be reliable? Has he consistently shown up for you? Reliability is a strong indicator that the space might be safe for your vulnerability. Another assessment is if your heart says, this could go somewhere. That's usually the nudge. Ultimately, the right time isn't about a perfect moment. It's about when your desire to be known outweighs your fear of being seen. But honestly, it's not just illness. A lot of us carry something we're not sure when to bring up. Maybe it's mental health. Maybe it's a complicated family dynamic. Maybe it's fear that your dreams or career aspirations will make you too complicated to date. Maybe you've been divorced and you don't want to be seen as damaged goods. Maybe it's financial debt. Maybe it's body image struggles. Or even just quirks we're afraid someone won't get. We all know what it's like to worry that the real us might scare someone off. Healing is a process, a prayer on repeats. Our unfinished stories don't disqualify us from being deeply, truly loved. I used to think I had to be fully healed before I could be fully loved. But lately, I'm learning that love isn't reserved for the version of me with no symptoms. It's for this version too. Until next time, love you. Bye.